Hope you're doing great. Let's do a quick rundown review of my Hustler Surfer Pro. This is the 48-inch version. I know the 34 is the most popular. Things are pretty much the same, except for the deck and stuff like that, the back tires. But let's do some rundowns, cons, things like that. I won't show you me anymore. We're gonna flip around, look at the mower. All right, so real quick, I'm trying to keep this short. Let's go over some cons, and this is a real life review. No washing, you know, it's dirty, all that. It has, let's do an hour check. 348.8 hours. I probably have the most hours on this machine of probably anyone on YouTube so far. I mow high-end yards with this, and so this is my main mower because it's very lightweight. And so, yeah, I make a lot of money with this mower. And I've been using it. You can see this muffler's already kind of getting, the paint is like gone off it, you know, just from use. So, what are some of the cons or things that have broke since I've had it? So, number one, and I don't remember what things I've already explained on another video, but you see how this blade, the PTO plug is just kind of basically stuck straight up under here. It's stuck straight up on there. And so over time, it will kind of wiggle down, if that makes sense. And so that's one thing. So every now and then, if you're mowing a customer's yard and your blades kind of shut off, you know, kind of shutting off intermittently and stuff, just reach on there, push that thing back up on the prongs. So that's one problem. And it's been getting a little better as it's a little older. When it was new, I guess when everything's real new and slick on those prongs, it tries to work its way down even more. But, you know, it's, like I said, I feel like it hasn't really came off like that in a while. So that's one thing. It's not a deal breaker, but that's one thing. Y'all seen one of my other shorts probably. I bent one of the baffles on this Mulch kit kind of when I first got it last year. But since it's the baffle right here on this side and it still mulches it all the way through the other side, it still mulches great. I still have the mulch kit on there. I use it in leaf season, the whole thing. And that wasn't really a problem with the mulch kit. That was more of a problem of me, you know, just because I just hit a root the perfectly wrong way. Look at my yard. It's so dry. We hadn't had rain in months. Got rain today, which is one of the reasons I kind of want to be out here. We got cloud cover right now. It's kind of dripping. You see like kind of some of this Bermuda is the only thing that survives when it gets super hot and dry. Like a lot of people's yards are completely brown, and mine's a lot brown. You know, I have an acre of land. I don't irrigate it and stuff. See a little wild Bermuda. But anyway, so back to the mower. So the cons, Willow, watch out, stay off the mower. I'm trying to make this video real quick. So the cons, yeah, I broke that one part of the mulch kit. What are anything else I broke? Motor's been good. It's just a regular Kawasaki little 541V. Nothing special there, like, but that's a good thing. It's a good solid running mower. It's good on gas. I mean, I don't know, nothing really to say about it. It's reasonably quiet. The PTO switch is one thing. What else? You know, you may slide that. Sometimes when you buy it new, this safety switch is too sensitive. And so you can adjust it right here, do that. This is just a little piece of rubber I put on there just for extra cushion, which does help, obviously, the more cushion you have. And it does have a little spring to it. And it has some bushings under here. It's not as good as like some of the big commercial stand-on units as far as that goes. So adding this little pad, or if you just get something like this. I have a friend that like they manufacture rubber. And so I had him like get me this piece from his work. They build like tank liners and all this stuff. But I'm sure you could put something here, like a maybe like a piece of a yoga mat or something like that. You see, I just ran a zip tie through those little factory holes right here, and yeah, as you can see, that thing's been on there for a while, and it's, you know, a little extra padding is a good thing. Let's see, another con. This gas tank is very small. You can see, I mean, it's skinny. It's skinny. It's not that tall. I feel like that gas gauge, it's kind of one of those things like on some mowers where like if it's completely full, it'll be like that where it looks like it's almost full. But then even if you have like that much, it'll say empty. You know what I'm saying? So, and my hand is hurting from was cranking on a irrigation pump the other day and my knuckle is like hurts. Anyway, getting a little old here. But so this, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of full right now because I make sure I top it off at the end of the week. You can see the gas right there, but this is one of those gas tanks where you can't see in there because it's black, and then so it's very easy to overfill it, and it'll be all coming out, falling down here. I've done it a lot of times. As you can see, that's why it has this little, kind of these little discoloration things, is because gas, when it spills down here, you just have to, what I actually do is listen for the tone of it. You know, you can kind of tell when it kind of is getting full, and so that's what I do. I listen while I'm putting the gas in there. And this little retainer string actually cut that just to give myself a little bit more visibility, just because it's so bad on that. So the other end of this little retainer that keeps it from coming out, I just let that fall down in the tank. And yeah, I did that on purpose, and that helps a little bit. So again, the tank I think is kind of a con because it doesn't hold a ton of gas. You can definitely run it out, you know, in one day for sure. So definitely always keep regular gas with you if you're gonna get this mower. But again, any of these kind of residential mowers, gas tank usually capacity is not that big anyway. So I don't know if that's not a deal breaker. Like, even if I knew it was like that when I bought it, I would still buy it, but it's definitely a con. All right. It's a still original belt. It has no air in the front tires. They're like, let's see, what are these called? Flex. No. Anyway, they are, well, they are called Flex, but they're some kind of solid tire, for what I'm saying. Some people call them run flats or whatever, I don't know. But they're like there's no air in here, which that's also a good thing. On a lower end mower like this, that's kind of cool. They give you those like that. Yeah, so, you know, blades are blades. So on the 34, it's going to have a narrower tire. I think the frame and stuff is the same. And then just these tires are wider. The traction is really good. If you see my first day out video that I did when I got this last year, you know, all those the same kind of things still are the same. So overall, it's a great mower. Now, here is the one biggest con about this mower. So the biggest con about this mower, in one word, the biggest con about this mower is the speed, the ground speed. So it has these tiny little transmissions. I don't know what series they are or any of that stuff, but it is slow. But I use it on high-end yards, and I'm not usually mowing acres of field. It's a lot of like highly landscaped areas that go around people's houses and stuff. Sometimes it can be bigger areas, but like, again, if you're gonna buy this and you mow 5-acre yards every day, it's way too slow for that. And I have the big Skag and stuff that I use, if, you know, for really large properties, but my regular high-end residential home, 3/4 acre, whatever, a lot of landscaping and all that. You know, a lot of mine are between 3/4 acre, 1 acre, but a lot of landscaping, and there's a house on it and stuff. So, you know, not like, you know, not fields and fields of grass, you know. A lot of hedge trimming, a lot of other stuff really is most of my service. So, yeah, so I do 30 yards a week with this, or 27. So, it gets used every day. Every day I've used it. It's never been to the shop. Yeah, I love the mower. Other than that speed, I think if you got like the Hustler Raptor X, which is something I will consider even buying another one in the future, I mean, it would be a little faster than this just because of the hydros that come with it. One more thing that I just thought, I'll show this and I'll wrap this up. Because I'm not trying to make this too long, even though it's already getting too long. I don't know. But, so this thing, all right, your height adjuster. You know, you're riding down the road, I've mentioned it before, you hit a bump and it just, you know, it's pretty easy to do that. So as you hit a bump, it definitely comes out of here. So what you want to do is, if you're taking a long trip, or you're going over railroad tracks or whatever, maybe you just, after you put it on the trailer, move your pin up to one of the high holes, or you could just go ahead and lower it down if you want, like that. Just so it's not bouncing or anything during transport, because you want to take care of this thing, right? So that is another con, but not a deal breaker. But yeah, so other than the speed, I love this mower. I love how it is probably the smallest mower, one of the smallest mowers I've ever owned, like this wise. I mean, obviously it's 48 inches that way, but the shortness of it is amazing. I can turn this thing sideways, even on my little 5.5 foot little aluminum trailer. This thing will still, you can still shimmy it sideways. Does that make sense? So, incredible space saver, incredibly light. Cuts good. You know, cuts great. You know, I've leveled the deck and stuff, so I mean, it cuts fine. It cuts great. I'm not saying it's the best cutting mower I've ever owned, but it does a good job. It really does a good job. I mean, the cut is really good. It's going to be really hard to tell because it's mostly burned. It's been semi-dormant because it's been burnt. But anyway, it cuts good. If you're looking for a small stand-on mower and you want a stand-on mower, I say, yeah, this is a good buy. Buy it again. But it's really like a $4,000 mower turned into a stand-on mower, and then now it's $5,000 or $6,000. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what it is. But as long as you're okay with that, it's a great mower. So it is smaller than a ride-on mower. You know, your back isn't bouncing and stuff. I mean, there are obviously some advantages of stand-on mower. You can stand on there and ride and go, you know, pull some weeds or something. You know, like there are some good, you know, if you need to ride down and trim something with a trimmer, you can hold it and ride on it. So there are some advantages to a stand-on mower, obviously. We all know that. They've been around for years now. There are some advantages to a stand-on unit, but I do think it is. So this has like the dash components. I think this is the dash deck. I think if you get the Raptor X, which is a $4,000 mower, comes with a higher end deck than this. And it comes with a little bit higher end hydros. This is the dash deck. And look right here, D48. So the mulch kit can fit straight off the dash mower and put it on here. And the dash is like a $3,000, $3,500 mower. So this is really like a dash in a stand-on mower, and it's $5,000 or $6,000. Does that make sense? Hustler would not appreciate me saying that probably, but that really is the truth. But I still like it. I still like the mower. I like the engine. I love how small it is. I love how light it is. It has good traction. If you need to, it's light enough where if you need to like get over a root or something, you know, with me on the back, you can pull on this thing and kind of wheelie it a little bit. Like, so the traction bias is good. It holds hills well, and you know, it's gonna hold hills and stuff better than some of the sit-down units. So that is an advantage to it too as well. But component-wise, that Raptor X would be an upgrade from this, and that's a $4,000 Hustler mower. So in the future, will I buy this mower again as the hours get up really high and I sell it? Will I buy this same one again? I might just get a Raptor X sit-down mower with a little bit faster hydros and even cheaper than this. But I do like this. I'm still glad I bought it. It works great. It's really small in the trailer. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind buying another one of these, but it does have those cons I told you, you know, gas tank, few of those things, which the little Hustler Raptor is going to be a small gas tank too. So, I mean, it's not, you know, it's fine. It's, overall, I love the mower. I do love it. I think if you're sold and you're saying, I'm definitely buying a stand-on mower, I got to have a stand-on mower, and I want it to be small and light, and let's say you're buying the 34 for backyards or that kind of thing, I think it's perfect. If you're thinking about buying the Surfer Pro 34-inch and you say, I want it for backyards, this mower is perfect. It is totally perfect for that. It's very lightweight. It can squeeze through. Still fast enough it's still better than push mowing a backyard. You know what I mean? So if that's what you're thinking about buying it for, hey, I want something that's small in the trailer to use in backyards, and I'm thinking about buying the 34-inch version, do it. Buy it. It's a good mower. It's a very good mower. No problems like with weird things really happening or anything. Like even the bolts and stuff have been good. Like I don't think I've really tightened anything out of the ordinary. It's a very simple mower. There's not much to it. I mean, I don't know. Been letting you guys look at it this whole time, but I mean, I like it. I do like it, and I've used it heavily. I keep the covers off just so I can keep it blown off. You know how that is. And it's dirty and stuff, but I feel like, hey, this is a real life review, and wanted to let you guys see it, you know. I love the mower. It's got a little small battery in here. I don't know if that's a pro or con. I mean, it's been fine for this many hours. I haven't touched it, just ran it. So I don't know. So would I buy it again? And yes, I would. But do I think it's the very best mower for the price that you pay for this? Almost $6 grand now. Maybe not. But I still like it, and I like Hustler mowers in general. It's not bad. And here's the coolest thing. All right, I'm really gonna finish up this video, I promise. But the coolest thing about this mower is there's only really, like, to my knowledge, there's only like really ones that you can buy any day or on the market, even if the dealer's far away. The only ones that you can really get, like in the US, that are residential stand-on mowers, you know, lightweight residential stand. You can get tons of sit-down ones, obviously, but this one and the Bad Boy, what is that called? The Bad Boy. Why is this slipping my mind? But they have this. They have a little stand-on mower, and it's residential, and it's, I believe, $5,600, and it comes with the 2800 hydro. It's a much bigger, better hydro than what comes on this. But the machine is like 800 pounds. This one's only 400 or 500 pounds. So, you know, there are some cons to it. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my bat. Y'all in the comments will let me know. But the Bad Boy, it's a red or reddish orange or whatever. That's another residential stand-on mower. So if you're thinking about one and the weight doesn't matter if it's heavy, consider that Bad Boy. It's called a something. I don't know why I can't think of it, but it's a Bad Boy. Yeah, y'all look down in the comments. The guys will know what it is called, but it's called a something, maybe SD. I can't believe if I wasn't on here making this video, I'd be able to think of it, but it's a Bad Boy, some kind of Bad Boy stand-on mower. So I think it's cool they made this, because there's really only 2 residential stand-on mowers on the market, and this is one of them. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna wrap it up. See you later.